Yo, what's going on everyone, and welcome to a new plugin tutorial. Today we're doing it on a plugin called Staff Plus, which is probably the best staffing or moderation plugin out there that I have seen. I'm doing this video in memory of ShortNinja, who sadly did commit suicide about 2 weeks ago on Saturday on the 10th. So about like a week and a half ago. So this is in memory of him, and this is definitely probably the best staffing plugin that there is out there. You see it on a lot of HEF servers, and it's also been used on Cosmic PvP and a lot of bigger servers and so many other servers that he has helped. So this is sort of respect for him, and I just wanted to show you guys this plugin. If you guys want to go download it, it is 1.7. It is compatible from 1.7 to 1.11. So I don't know if anyone has gotten the source code of it, so I doubt that it might be updated in the future. But as of right now, it works for 1.7 through 1.11, and I'm going to show you guys how this all works. The main command is /staff, and this brings up your staff mode, and as you see, it has been enabled, and it comes with so many gadgets, super customizable. This is why this is definitely the best. This is the best free moderation plugin out there. So we have each of these. Launches you, a launcher, random teleport, teleports you to random player, vanish. You can toggle your vanish on and off, and we already have vanish enabled. And then GUI hub. It shows online staff, and then we got a freeze mode, we got CPS to check CPS, and we got examine, which basically shows the player's inventory, and then we can follow the player. So the little launcher, we can just right click, and it launches us in the air, and then random teleport. So you can see there, since there's only one person on, it only teleports me to my alt, and that is why it only teleports me here. And then vanish, we can toggle on and off. And we'll toggle it back on. There we go. And then GUI hub. This is actually kind of cool. So in the config, we can set the Y value that it can show us the player when they're mining, so we can teleport there. And then we also have a reports GUI where it brings up reports as well. We have staff list, and this just shows everyone else in the staff mode that is around, and their coordinates and the world that they are in. Then we got a freeze mode where we can freeze other players and we can unfreeze them, and then the CPS checker. Right, we have about 4 PS, probably not dangerous. Yes, I am not hacking. And then we have their inventory. You can see their food and for game mode, and then we have infractions. You can warn people, and you can warn people as well as do reports, and you can see their location and their player notes if they have any player notes, and then freeze or unfreeze. And this is what I'm holding in my hand. So that is pretty cool. And then we can follow that person, and then if I walk around on my alt, it just basically mounts on top of the head, and that is pretty awesome. And you can just right shift or right click, and it will disable that. So that is everything in the staff mode. And then also you can do a report, and then report. I'm going to report Soul Reaper, and then hacks, and then as you see right there, I've reported. And then we can open up the report, oops, wrong one, report GUI, and then this is the reports, and the reason, and reporter, and the player, and we can go ahead and teleport to them. Another cool thing that you can do is /warn, and then the player's name, and then causing bugs. So as you see right there, we have warned them for causing bugs, so that is the warning. And then you can warn clear, you can clear their warnings. And there we go. So the another cool thing about this is that it has the warning, has the reports, also has staff chat, so we can do /st, and then yo, and then that just says the staff chat right there, broadcast the staff chat for all the players who have the permission as well. And another cool thing on the player side of things is that they can submit a ticket. So they can do ticket, and then they can type in the message saying like hacker ticket, saying like, hey, can you fix shop please? So that just shows the tickets, and then we can list tickets as well. You can ticket list, and it just shows the tickets. So we can go ahead and close the ticket, and then the ID is 1, so we can close that one, and we are good to go. So that is everything in the game with the commands. And then now let's go into the config. So this is config for Staff Plus, and there's two things that you can edit. You can edit your config.yml, and And if you go into your language folder, you can also change all the general prefixes and messages as well for each and every module. I'm not going to really dwell on the language. Basically, you can change everything, and the color codes make it all fancy if you want. So that is the language. Make sure you can edit all the messages for your server if you want. And then here we go. This is the main config, so you can change the glass color, glass title. What's really cool about this config, he did a really good job. Right above the config itself, he gives you an explanation of what it does. So it's even better. If you know how to read, you basically got this whole config pat, and you're all good to go. But I'm just going to go over it pretty quick. And with the staff chat, you can also change the symbol. Instead of doing a /SC and then the message each time, you can use the @ symbol and then type your message, or you can use like an exclamation mark. You can do that for staff chat as well. You can have vanish. You can have your chat module. Chat module, you can also have your blacklisted characters. So here's characters that you can blacklist, and it will show as asterisk, as well as these bad words if you want it, and as well as keep players from advertising using your .com, .net, .org, and your other ones. And here you can have your allowed characters, your allowed words. And if you want your a login system to be enabled, so like if you want your staff to be able to log in with a password to keep your server from getting messed up by custom. So your staff mode, if you want block manipulation be true or false, to have damage, to make sure they're invincible so they don't take damage and then they don't deal damage. You have flight creative if you want them to go back to the original location. So say you're at a base, you're at your own base, someone's hacking at the spawn, you go into /staff mode, teleport to the spawn, and then when you're done dealing with the hacker, you can do /staff, and it will take you back to your base. So that is what your original location means. And you have enabled and disabled commands, and then compass module. So these are all the modules with the inventory. When you do /staff, you can change all this. I'm going to actually scroll down toward the bottom. So we're going to go to our custom modules. So right here at custom modules, you have your static command, which basically means that each time you run this command, it's going to be exactly the same thing. So it's not going to be like some random command, it's going to be the same thing. So you can change your slot number we can change it to 9. So you can disable this. Your follow module if you want, because that is in slot 9. You can change this to slot 9. You can change your item type, so I'm going to actually change it to an anvil. And then you can rename it to ban hammer or ban anvil if you want. Change the lore we'll change it to anvil banner, I guess. And then you can have the commands that you want to be executed. So for me, when I use this on my server, it had a custom punish plugin, so I just have the punish plugin right there. Then you also have a dynamic command, which you can also use placeholders in that. And then you can have also a council command, which is executed by council as well. And then you have your items if you want it to be enabled or disabled. And then you also have your permission nodes, and then all this is configurable and changeable as well. So if you don't want this permission node, the staff dot with the asterisk, that if you give that to your staff members, then all your staff members will have access to your Staff Plus plugins with all the commands. And you can also change the commands, which is down below in a little bit. So you can have your wildcard, and you also have your staff.block, and then reports, and then report bypass. So you can change all these permission nodes, which is really good. This is what makes it one of the best plugins out there. You can change this and super customizable. And then down over here, and this is where your commands are. So you can also change your commands. So if you want, for the freeze example, if you want to change your freeze command, you can do /ss for like screen share. And then you can change that real quick, and warn, report, and then staff chat. You can just do like capital S if you want. It just depends on what you guys want. As I said, super customizable, and then login, register, and strip players of their armor to catch all their armor if a player is using that hack. And then don't mess with any of this. This is the advanced, so I definitely wouldn't mess with any of that. So that is pretty much all with the config. And if you guys have any questions for me, put them down below in the comment section. I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.